exercise. So we're going to move on to fire hydrants. Coming to an all fours position, we're trying to keep our hands an active participant in this exercise, right? So we're really trying to spread the fingers nice and wide and be planted through the palms, keeping the thumbs straight, and think about your hands and your fingers as being part of this exercise because it's going to help stabilize your shoulders and help you get more out of the exercise. So fire hydrants on the surface look like this, and I have to caveat, I'm not very good at this exercise at all. It's a good one for me to do. So we're going to try and keep our weight even through both hands and the knee that stays on the floor, and I'm going to show you this from another angle by the way as well. And then we're going to lift our leg up to the side like this and hold and bring it back down again. So it's this kind of like dog cocking its leg against a fire hydrant. I think that's why they're called what they're called, like this. This is hip abduction. This is kind of active hip abduction. From the front, what you want to try and be careful of, and it doesn't matter if it happens to a certain degree, but you want to understand the intention of what you're trying to do, is you are not lifting your leg at the expense of the rest of your body. So if you're throwing your leg up and not focusing on the movement coming from that same area that we created the burn before, what you'll likely do is sort of swing your pelvis. So I'm lifting my right leg there, but swinging my pelvis over to the left-hand side. That's not true hip abduction. There is some hip abduction going on, but you're sort of using momentum and you're using other muscles around the pelvis and the spine. So watching me straight ahead like this, I'm trying to keep my wrists and my knees in alignment. As I lift up my right leg, I'm keeping that even weight distribution through both hands and left knee. And really slowly, I'm lifting my right leg. Can you see how I can't go very high? Because I'm not swinging, okay? So when I'm doing it properly, and I'm still offsetting a little bit, but I can feel it strongly in my right hip, so I'm doing a good enough job. You can see that the knee doesn't go so high, because I'm functionally moving my leg into hip abduction rather than compensating with the pelvis and cheating, basically. So just be wary of that. As long as you're feeling stuff going on here, you're probably doing it well enough, but you're really trying to keep your pelvis, spine, shoulders and arms steady, and the only movement is coming from the leg moving out to the side, not the pelvis shifting from side to side. We're going to do 10 of these, nice and slowly, on each leg. And again, don't be competitive about how high the leg moves. Think about where the movement is coming from and if the pelvis is creating the movement. Right, fingers spread wide, wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. I'm going to move my left leg first, so I'm going to try and keep my weight even through the remaining 3 points of contact on the floor, my left hand, my right hand, and my right knee. And nice and slowly, without shifting my pelvis to the right-hand side, I'm going to lift up my left knee to the side, and I'm going to feel the burn in the side of that left hip in the same way that I did in the previous exercise. Trying really hard not to lean all of my weight onto my right hand. I'm keeping weight in my left hand, holding and down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, see if we can go a little bit higher without cheating, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's hold this one for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, don't offset to the right, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax off. So this is where you should be feeling it on that lifting leg, and you probably will feel stuff going on in your supporting leg as well. So I was feeling that a little bit in the lateral hip of my leg that remained on the floor. This time, we're going to do our right hand side. The same rules apply. Wrists underneath shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide, keep them nice and active, knees underneath hips. And as I lift up my right leg, I'm trying really hard not to swing the rest of my body to the left-hand side. My torso, my pelvis, and my hands and arms stay still. I'm just lifting up my right leg, okay? Off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax off. I'm just going to have a little quick swig of water. And we're going to move on to the next exercise. You may well hate me, by the way, by the end of this